I have a slide, so maybe need some more minutes. And my name's Yajui, so just to be clear, people call me Yaya, so you can just call me Yaya. Okay. First slide, please. Okay. Okay, so I studied the moon and then its formation. I decided to do so ever since my high school because at the moment that I heard of the hypothesis of giant impact. Ever since so, I figured out, oh, that's so cool. Our moon is the little baby of our very own planet. So there are many ways to study the formation of the moon. You can land it on the moon to leave your footprints on the moon as an astronomer. Or you can do experiments in the lab to study the rocks. Or you do simulations in your office, writing some programmings. However, I would love to land on the moon to leave my shoes on the surface. However, I don't think it is doable during my PhD program, so never mind. And I'm not really the computer science people, so I choose to be an isotope geochemist who study the moon rocks in the lab. Next slide, please. Thank you. I found 3 sayings that is really relevant and perfectly represent how an isotope geochemist behave every day. And I'll show you how it works. Please, next. The first one is the straw shows which way the wind blows. Isotopes is just like a straw. It tells us the story or what process has been involved in the past million years or billion years. I found it's really fascinating because we are able to know what actually happened in the past by measuring what is available right now. For example, a lot of isotopic systems has shown that the moon is enriched in heavier isotopes. So the moon either lost a lot of lighter isotopes during the giant impact, or it condensed only heavier isotopes during its formation. This is my motivation to do isotope. I just feel that it's so nice that we're able to tell the story of the past by measuring what we have now. Second one is start to get some tricky things. So isotope measurement is very precise, as known as tricky sometimes. The difference between few per mils can actually tell you a very, very different story. For example, not yet. Please. Yeah, thanks. So in the past, the low-resolution isotopic measurements couldn't tell the difference in terms of potassium isotopes between Moon and the Earth. However, with the high-resolution measurements that we are capable right now, it is shown that the Moon and the Earth are different in terms of potassium isotope. So the high-precision measurements of isotopes can tell us is how we differentiate different systems of different planetary body or different nature processes. So, third one, please. And then the last one is the most important one. So constant droppings wears away the storm. In my case, constant working dissolves the stone. We just have to work very, very hard day and night to dissolve the stone, to go through the column chemistry to run the isotopic measurements on the mass spec. And by doing it little by little every day, we got the very best measurements to tell the isotopic story. So even though I go to lab when the sun rises, and then I go back to home when another sun rises every day, I still love my job doing isotopes. Please, next slide. Yeah, because I think geology is a science of history, that we do geology, we do geochemistry, which tells the story or the history of our Earth and other planets, which is so neat. And then I do believe isotope is where we started. Next slide, please. So like Neil Armstrong has said, there's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I do believe by working little by little every day, we're able to inspire our next generation with all of the fantastic geological story, and then to inspire the curiosity of them deep of deep in their heart to explore this wonderful universe. So I love my job as a geochemist, as an isotope geochemist, to be more specific, and I study the moon. Thank you.